In terms of congregation, I think it's really important to get your tone and your playing right. And that's obviously subjective, but we are governed by a lot of other players on stage. You got your drummer, you got your bass player, but then you're often working with maybe another guitarist, one or two keys players, a whole lot of vocals. You know, you got like the vocals and the guitars and the keys all sit in the same frequency. So we're all playing, like banging out chords. You know, and the keys players doing that, and the vocals are singing over it. Everyone's fighting for the same space. So I think it's really important to firstly get your tone right, you know, and working closely with your front of house guy and saying, listen, this is my sound. It sounds good to me, but what do you reckon? Because that person ultimately is going to be responsible for getting your sound out there. You know, you can think you sound the best thing in the world, but if he's not liking it, he's going to be like pulling you down. So work with your front of house guy always. Develop a relationship there. That's really important. And then once you guys have a good understanding, you know, if he's like, hey, just roll off some of your bottom end, my right response would be like, okay, great. He's got my best interests at heart, as opposed to, nah, man, my sound sounds great. You can just work with it. You know, glass half full approach. And once you got that right, I think it's important to work out your parts and who's playing what and what time. It's like a conversation. If we're always speaking over each other, no one's going to hear anything. We're all just focused about what I have to say. But a good conversation is, yes, I contribute something, you listen, and then you contribute something and I listen, and you know, it goes somewhere. And that's the same with music. So it's important to work out what the vocals are doing. As a worship guitarist working in church, I'm always mindful of the melody of a song, because that's what is going to lead a congregation. So my role as a guitarist is to support that melody. So if I'm playing over the melody, I'm detracting what they're trying to say or sing. So I listen for the gaps, try to play a supportive role, then work with the keys player, what he's doing. If he's playing like an arpeggiated line, there's no point in me doing an arpeggiated line unless it's exactly the same or like a counter melody. And I think that's where it's important to develop your musicianship, and as a musician to have a holistic approach. So you understand what each of the other instruments do and their role and their function in the worship team. So you have a holistic approach.